I'm Idris Lambert. I'm a captioner.
Hi, my name is Cassandra Smith. I'm one of her students that she captions for. And I go to Biola University right now. I'm a graduate student. I study accounting. So I've been using CART services for 2.5 years.
Oh, nice.
So,
and what did you do before that?
I just did on my own. I just listen a lot and fill in the blanks, lip read. I don't know.
Oh, wow. So you're good at lip reading?
Yeah, so somewhat.
That's good. That seems hard to me.
Yeah, well, I was trained to read lips when I was in preschool. So.
Oh, that's interesting.
So.
Oh,
yeah.
So your experience with CART Captioning?
So my experience has been pretty good so far. I had good and bad captioners. I mean, that's like for anything. Mm-hmm. But overall, it's been really good, and I'm very thankful for them. So before, I just listened so much, and I just fill in the blanks all the time. I'll get headaches every single day just listening to all the lectures. But now with CART services, my headaches, I don't get headaches anymore because I don't have to listen so hard. I'm still listening, but if I miss something now, I can just look at the screen. Like it's there. Like, oh, okay, like it's fine, you know. Yes, so that helps. And another thing that really helps is that when a student asks questions, they usually by the time I turn to read their lips, they already finished the question and the teacher just answered the question. So I have no idea what the student question was. And it could have helped me, it could have not, but I still don't know. So the captioner usually typed that for me, like, oh, okay, that's a question. So that was the biggest thing for me. So that really helps. So, yeah.
So I was going to also ask you, CART providers usually have training as court reporters, which doesn't necessarily cover the CART world, and wondering what you think the most important elements are of training for CART providers.
I think the most important part of training is obviously speed. Make sure you stay on top of it, especially for someone like me, because I'm still listening to the lecture, and I'll miss things and I'll go down because I'm not looking at the screen the whole time.
Right.
So that speed is obviously important. And another thing is I just have some knowledge about deaf people, cochlear implants, hearing aids, just how they work, just have a good understanding of it. So
that actually is a great idea.
Yeah, because you work with deaf people mostly, right?
Yeah, and when I went to school, they didn't have classes like that, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, so it's just good to have understanding because cochlear implants and hearing aids does not mean we hear normal like you guys. We hear sound, but it doesn't mean we hear like you guys. So it just means you have understanding about that.
It's like having bad audio.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that would drive me crazy.
Yeah.
So hats off to you. Okay, so I'm going to also ask you, what's your preference regarding sitting arrangements? Do you prefer the captioner sit next to you, or would you rather them
be remote? I prefer them to sit next to me because, one, if something goes wrong, like just say the Wi-Fi, they're right there. They can help me. And I did remote one semester, and I did not like it because Wi-Fi is not reliable. And I just think that the captioners just hear better in person because you never know if the microphone is working, whereas somebody's covering it.
Unless you get a lot of indiscernibles.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so it's just better if they're in person and they're near me. They don't have to be right next to me, but behind me, next, whatever works.
Oh, nice.
But I just I like them in the room. So
I would think if I had that need, I would like them in the room also.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, but it gives you established a relationship, and you know how I want it, and we just. It's easier to see that in person than
and you feel free to say you want your display this way or
exactly so it's just easier that way. I think some people don't speak up when it comes to that. Really?
Which is unfortunate.
Well, you just have to tell them upfront
Sure.
I think if you just tell the student, just let me know if you want this and this and this, then I think they'd be more willing to.
Yeah, well, you'd be surprised you say that and they still don't.
They still don't. We'll just at least do it anyways.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. So okay, well, that concludes our questioning.
Yay! All right, thank you.
We're going to give the high sign.
Yay!